The baby mermaid twisted in the torn net, silver tail leaving bright drops of blood. River winds stung her wet cheeks while the rope jerked with every small wave. Amma froze on the narrow boat, heart thudding in the grey dusk. "Help me, please," the tiny voice begged, bubbles popping against the net. One wrong pull would drag the child under forever. Amma felt the salt on her tongue end, the fear in her palms. Amma was 16 and the youngest in her fishing family. Each dawn she rowed with her father Kofi and her brother Kojo. They cast wide cotton nets near the mouth of the Pra River. The river fed the Fanti coast and gave food to every home. Amma loved the steady splash of oars and the smell of wet wood. She feared only the deep holes where elders said spirits slept. Her mother Sena mended nets on the sand and sang slow work songs. She warned Amma to watch the ropes and never leave the boat. Amma listened, yet her eyes often drifted toward the wide blue water. That evening began like many others under a calm red sky. The family's large net sank and rose with silver fish flashing inside. Amma leaned over the stern to guide loose cords with quick fingers. Then the net snagged on a lump that was neither fish nor log. It trembled with a small cry, soft yet painful to hear. Amma saw pale skin, tiny scales, and glassy eyes filled with fear. She signaled her father, but his back faced another line. In that instant, Amma felt the night grow colder around her shoulders. The thought of telling him froze her tongue. She wrapped one sleeve around her hand and pulled the rough cords apart. The creature's tail flicked in panic, splashing drops across Amma's face. "Stay still," Amma whispered, though her own breath shook. Village drums sounded inland, calling boats home for supper. Kofi shouted, "Tie that net tight, Amma." She nodded, hiding the trembling bundle behind her legs. Amma knew she was breaking rule after rule, yet the wide eyes of the baby mermaid held her fast. She chose silence and slipped the little one into a spare basket. As shadows cooled the river, Amma laid a wet cloth over the basket. The mermaid breathed in small gasps, her tail glimmering in moonlight. Far behind, a deep ripple rolled where no wind blew. Something followed. Amma reached the shore after sunset and carried the basket past the fires. She kept to narrow alleys between canoe sheds, barefoot on cool sand. The mermaid trembled under the cloth, making the basket shake. Inside the family compound, Amma hid the basket in the old smoke hut. Fish hung above on wooden racks, masking the salty scent. She poured a shallow clay bowl with river water and seaweed. "Drink this," she whispered, lifting the cloth a little. The mermaid sipped, eyes bright as new shells. "Amma, where are you?" Kojo called from the courtyard. "I am washing the nets," she answered. Kojo's footsteps paused, then moved away. Amma's hands trembled until silence settled again. The mermaid tried to speak, her voice rough like broken reeds. "My name is Na," she said. Amma nodded, still shaking. "You are safe here," Amma said, though she was not sure. Na touched Amma's wrist, skin cold and smooth. Somewhere outside, a dog barked. Amma gathered palm leaves to weave a low cover. She placed small crabs in the bowl for food. Na smiled, weak but grateful. Soon, night insects clicked around the hut. Amma promised to return at dawn. She slipped outside and closed the rough door. Her sleep came in pieces that night. Each time the wind rattled a shutter, Amma woke in fear. She saw the baby mermaid's eyes in every dark corner. At first light, Amma carried a bucket toward the river. She planned to refill water for Na before the family rose. On the shore, she met old Kweku, the net maker. He studied her pale face. "You look as if the river showed you a ghost," he said. "I just slept little," Amma replied. Kweku frowned but let her pass. Amma dipped the bucket, gathering cool water. Beneath the clear surface, she saw a shadow circling. The form was larger than any fish she knew. It moved once, then vanished. Amma stumbled back, spilling water on her toes. Another threat waited in the deep. Amma spent the next 3 days moving between work and the hidden hut. She brought small fish, cleaned shells, and changed the river water often. Na grew stronger, sitting upright on her patch of wet cloth. Each dawn, Amma feared discovery. Kojo poked around the yard, hunting for new hooks. Sena complained that buckets of water vanished too fast. "Amma, are you wasting water?" her mother asked. "No, Mama," Amma said. She kept her eyes low. That night, when the moon was thin, Na spoke again. "My mother will seek me," she whispered. Amma felt her pulse jump. "Is she near?" Amma asked. "I hear her song on the tide," Na said. The hut walls seemed to breathe. Outside, the wind shifted, carrying a faint melody like humming glass. Amma stepped out to listen, heart tight in her chest. The song faded quickly but left the air cold. A mother's search had begun. The next fishing morning came with dark clouds. Kofi ordered heavier nets and led the boats farther out. Amma rowed with him, arms aching. Waves slapped the hull and rain spat on the deck. Lines knotted hard and nets tore on hidden rocks. Within an hour they lost half their catch. Kojo cursed the storm. Kofi stared at the sky and muttered prayers. Amma's thoughts stayed with Na alone in the hut. They hauled one net that felt oddly light. Inside were only empty shells and broken crab claws. Kofi's face paled. "The sea is angry," he said. Kojo shrugged, not yet afraid. Amma bit her lip. A gust hit the mast and almost threw Amma overboard. Kofi pulled her back just in time. He ordered all sails down. With effort, they reached shore by dusk. Villagers gathered to count the poor catch. Elders whispered about bad omens. Amma hurried to the smoke hut. Na shivered despite warm water. "I heard the storm," Na said. "A wave almost took our boat," Amma replied. She rubbed Na's small shoulders. Na looked up with sorrowful eyes. "Your people may suffer for me," Na said. Amma knelt, unsure what to say. "Then we must end your hiding soon," she added. On the 5th night, drums beat long past bedtime. Criers ran through streets, shouting about missing nets. 15 fishers reported strange, empty halls. Kojo burst into Amma's room. "Some curse steals from the sea," he said. Amma felt cold inside. He searched her shelves for charms or forbidden shells. Finding none, he left but remained wary. Amma clutched her blanket, heart racing. Near midnight, Na's mother finally called from the shore. The song rose clear, deep, and sad. It echoed through wooden walls. "Come home, child," the voice sang in Fanti tongue. Na pressed close to Amma, shaking. "I cannot go yet," she whispered. "What must we do?" Amma asked. "Find the pearl of tide," Na said. "It will lift the anger." Amma had never heard of that pearl. Na explained it formed where river met sea. It lay under green rocks, only seen at low moon. Amma decided to seek the pearl at next dawn. She told Na to hide deeper in the hut. Then she slipped outside with a lantern. On the path she met Kojo, half asleep. "Why roam at this hour?" he asked. "I need fresh herbs for nets," Amma lied. Kojo yawned and returned inside. Amma hurried to the beach, lantern glowing. Low tide bared slick rocks. She waded ankle deep, searching every hollow. Crabs scattered and sharp shells cut her feet. No pearl showed. Suddenly, a fin broke the surface nearby. It circled once, silent. Amma froze, lantern shaking. The fin vanished, but the water rippled still. She stepped onto a rock for safety. A low growl came from the dark water. Her next step could be her last. At dawn, Amma returned, empty-handed and bleeding. Sena scolded her for ruined feet. Amma limped to the smoke hut anyway. Na cried when she saw the blood. "Your kindness costs too much," Na said. "It is my choice," Amma answered. She washed her feet in cool water, wincing. Na whispered a short song that eased the pain. Amma felt warmth spread. Later that day, an elder council gathered. They chose to bless nets with sacred oil. Coffee and other fishes poured the oil at dusk. The next morning, nets came up again with broken shells. Kojo slammed a crate and cursed loud. Kofi knelt in the boat and prayed. Amma watched foam swirl, knowing the curse would worsen. Back on shore, she helped dry torn nets. Elders decided on a river sacrifice. They planned to throw a goat into the tide at sunset. Amma's stomach turned. She thought of the small mermaid hiding alone. During afternoon heat, Sena asked Amma to fetch palm wine. Amma walked the dusty road, but turned toward the river instead. She carried a fishing spear. She rowed a small canoe to the green rocks seen before. This time, she waited until water pulled back farther. Under one ledge, she saw a dull round shell. She dove, hands stinging from salt. Her lungs burned, but she grabbed the shell. Breaking it open on a rock, she found a soft pearl. It shone faint like river mist. Amma slipped it into her pouch. A wave struck the canoe, almost overturning it. In the splash, she lost her spear. Another shape rose beside her boat, dark and wide. Amma held the pouch tight. A large mer creature surfaced, eyes fierce and glowing. Its teeth showed sharp as coral. "Return my kin," it growled. Amma trembled but kept her voice steady. "I will, but take this gift first," she said. She held out the pearl. The creature paused, nostrils flaring. Water drummed against the canoe. The evening sun dipped lower. "My child is weak," the creature said. "Soon she will die without the deep." Amma swallowed hard. "Then meet me at the river mouth tomorrow," she said. "I will bring her." The creature sank without answer. Amma paddled back as fast as weary arms allowed. Smoke from cooking fires lined the beach. In the yard, Kofi sharpened blades for the goat ritual. Sena asked about the palm wine. Amma handed an empty jar. I dropped it, she said. Sena frowned but turned away. Amma slipped into the smoke hut. Na's breath was thin. I found the pearl, Amma said. She placed it on Na's chest. A soft glow spread over the scales. Na sighed with relief. Amma watched hope return to the small face. Still, the night held new trials. Outside, a horn blew 3 times. Villagers gathered by the river for the sacrifice. Amma knew she must act now. The goat bleated in fear. Amma lifted Na into a straw basket lined with wet cloth. The baby mermaid clung to her wrist, trembling. Hold on, Amma whispered. She tucked the pearl in the basket beside Na. With care, she left the compound through a rear gate. Moonlight silvered the path. Halfway to the beach, she heard footsteps behind her. Kojo's shadow stretched long on the sand. Sneaking again? He asked. Amma kept walking, voice calm. I must gather driftwood for the morning fire, she said. Kojo stepped closer. He saw the basket move. What do you carry? He asked. A wounded bird, Amma replied. Kojo reached for the cover. Na let out a weak cry. Kojo froze. That is no bird, he said. Amma blocked his hand. Trust me, brother, she pleaded. Kojo's eyes narrowed. This trouble began the night you changed, he said. Amma felt tears start. Help me save one small life, Amma said. Kojo looked at the trembling basket. Kojo remembered how Amma had once dragged him from a rip current during a storm. What if father finds out? He asked. Then blame me alone, Amma answered. Kojo stood silent, torn between fear and love. Go, he finally whispered. Together they reached a hidden cove near the river mouth. Waves lapped soft against black rocks. The air smelled of rain. Amma set the basket in the shallow water. Na lifted her head, eyes hopeful. The pearl glowed brighter. Farther out, the large mer creature surfaced. Its massive tail stirred foam into white rings. It watched them. Amma stepped forward, water up to her knees. I kept my word, she said. She raised the pearl. A rumble answered from the deep. 3 more shapes rose beside the first. Their eyes gleamed like wet stones. Kojo gasped. Amma steadied her voice. Take Na, but spare our nets, she said. The lead creature approached slowly. Water sloshed around Amma's waist. Na reached out tiny arms. Before the transfer, a fresh danger struck. Torches flared on the distant shore. Villagers marched with the goat, drums beating. Kojo panicked. They will see us, he said. Amma's heart raced. The lead creature growled low. We hate goat blood in our water, it said. Amma thought fast. Then help us stop them, she said. She placed Na into the creature's waiting arms. Na cooed softly. The pearl floated between Amma and the creature. Light pulsed in gentle waves. Fish leapt around them, freed from some weight. A promise binds us, the creature declared. It turned toward the village lights. A wall of water rose behind it. Amma and Kojo scrambled back to shore, drenched. They hid behind a dune, breathing hard. The tide roared. Villagers reached the surf, goat tied to a stake. Before they could cast the animal, a huge wave crashed. Torches flew. People screamed. Water swept over the beach but spared the goat. The stake snapped and the goat ran free. Kofi shouted orders, gathering people. Amma watched unseen. The wave receded, leaving no harm except soaked clothes. The sea calmed suddenly. Kojo stared at Amma. "Was that your doing?" he asked. "Not mine," Amma said. They slipped home before dawn. Amma washed the basket and hid wet cloth. She slept an hour, then joined morning work. 4 boats set out with fresh hope. Amma prayed over each net. Kofi laughed at her sudden faith. They cast nets in the usual spots. Lines tugged heavy. Kofi grinned. But when the nets rose, they held only weeds and broken shells. Kofi's grin faded. Kojo looked at Amma in worry. Jealous whispers grew. Some claimed witchcraft. Danger thickened. Amma knew one act was not enough. She planned a larger act. Night would reveal the way. 14 days later, dawn broke grey and windless across the Fanti coast. Villagers pushed boats out in silence, hope thin as sea mist. Amma joined her father, fear heavy in her chest. They cast the first wide net beyond the river mouth. Rope sank smooth, then lifted without a tug. When they hauled the net, white fish skulls clicked together like dry teeth across the deck. Across the water, every crew shouted the same horror. Bones from fish, crabs, and unknown beasts filled net after net. No flesh, no life, only clean white remains. Kofi dropped to his knees. "This is the end of our sea," he said. Amma gripped the rail, eyes burning. Kojo pointed toward the horizon. Dark forms rose above the waves, circling the fleet. Mer creatures watched, silent judges. Amma stood tall. She remembered Na's words and the shell's promise. She lifted the empty shell over her head. "Save one life, many live," she cried. Her voice carried over flat water. The mer creatures stilled. Amma opened the shell and let the pearl's last light spill. It struck the water with a soft chime. Bright rings spread, touching each boat. Bones dissolved into shining dust. Fish shapes reformed beneath the surface. Nets grew heavy again, alive. A final wave lifted every boat gently, then set them down. The mer creatures bowed before sinking from sight. Silence followed. Kofi hauled the revived net and cried with joy as silver fish swirled inside. Other boats cheered, relief echoing over water. They rowed home under a brightening sky. On shore, elders gathered around Amma. She told the plain story. One small life saved brought plenty to all. No one doubted the power they had seen. That evening, the village shared the first feast in 2 weeks. Children laughed, and drums beat slow, grateful rhythms. Kojo squeezed Amma's hand and smiled. Near the tide line, Na appeared once more. She lifted her hand in silent thanks, then vanished into the calm waves. Amma felt peace settle at last. Save one small life, and many more will live. Mercy returns blessings to all hands. If you enjoyed the tale, please tap like, share with a friend, and hit subscribe for more Midnight Africana stories every week. Tell us in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to greet you in the next video.